I think you only put up 39 points in that first game. What's the biggest thing you can learn from that first matchup with Crookston that you can apply to this matchup on the road on Friday?
It was 43 sparkling points, by the way.
Nice.
Well, I will tell you that we ran our dribble drive offense as well as we could have run it the night before against Bemidji. And up until that point, Crookston had run almost zero zone. And they came out that next day and hit us with zone and kind of took us by surprise. We started out the game down by 10, and it really kind of dug us a hole. And then we fought back, a 2-point game at halftime, and really kind of was a grind there for a while. I thought defensively we forced them into some shots they didn't want. Our zone was pretty good, but we just really struggled to score against their zone. It was something that, quite honestly, we hadn't seen much of at that point in the season. I think we've seen a lot more, and I think we're a lot more prepared. Don't really know which one they'll come at us with. I guess if I were him, I'd look at that last game and think it worked pretty well. So we'll be ready for both this time, and hopefully have better success offensively on scoring, and then defensively, they're a team that leads the league in 3-point percentage, playing at home, and that's a little bit scary when you run a lot of zone. So, we've kind of changed some things that we've done defensively instead of running our crazy fly around zone that sometimes leads to wide open shots. We've done a little bit more matchup and try to make sure that we're there with people so it's not so easy for them to get in some rhythm.
Crookston's a team that's kind of, if I'm not mistaken, established itself as kind of the top half of this North Division. Do you see that this game, as a chance to demonstrate your ability to compete with those teams at the top half of the division, especially on the road?
Quite honestly, I think we quit thinking about that a couple weeks ago. I think right now we're just focused on us getting better. We're just trying to improve game by game and be playing our best basketball in about 2 weeks. Hopefully, I thought we played better this last weekend. Probably should have come out with 2 wins. It's unfortunate that the Mankato game didn't end our way, but it was probably as close as you could possibly be. And had some people really start to play well for us. I think Sarah Lester's been really good, and Savannah had one of her better nights on Friday night. Saturday night, I thought we didn't get her the ball much. She only got 3 shots that whole game. But Alex Haley's playing better and feeling better, and I just think that right now we're just about improving, and we just got to bring our best at everybody we play. It doesn't matter who they are and where they're at.
Do you really expect any newer wrinkles, though, from Crookston, not just based on your previous matchup where you thought a lot of their things went well? Have you seen anything different from them as of late to really prepare for new?
When we hit them the first time, I think there was a stretch there they won 8 games in a row. And now they've kind of won and lost. And I think a lot of it depends on, playing Winona and playing Sioux Falls and that kind of thing. But I also think they're the team that they're about 6 or 7 deep. And I think that this time of year, sometimes, it's hard to keep kids fresh, especially when you don't have much of a bench. And so I think they're a little bit streaky. And, I think we've got to force them into that kind of streak, not one that they're hot and hitting every shot and playing really well. They're very, very predictable as far as tendencies. Run a lot of motion, don't run a lot of sets. I think that realistically, whatever they throw at us defensively, we'll be ready for. It's just a matter of us stopping them.
Coach, looking back to last weekend, you got the win and then a very competitive other game. Do you feel that is a confidence booster for your team in a way, just knowing that now they really feel they can be in a lot of games and maybe come on like that?
Well, I think that we felt really good about Friday night. I felt like Saturday was really, quite honestly, a dagger to our heart. I thought we played really hard and gave ourselves a chance and had some freshmen step up and hit some big shots and make some big plays down the stretch and gave ourselves a chance and pretty much had it in our grasp and lost it at the last second there with a fumbled play. But I think that, our kids feel like we can compete with anybody. But bottom line is we got to come out and we got to play and we got to take care of each individual has to come to play. And when we don't do that, we struggle. And I think that our veterans have played better the last couple weeks.
Going up against a team like Bemidji that you beat pretty handedly here at home, do you worry about, in your players' eyes, maybe falling into a false sense of security there?
Absolutely. As coaches, that's our biggest concern. Hopefully, as players, I think since then we've struggled to win. And I hope that our kids don't think that that has anything to do. We played probably one of our best games of the year. We shot the ball 50%. We got to pretty much the basket anytime we wanted. I'm pretty sure they'll be prepared for that and try to take those things away. And, who knows, maybe throw a zone at us more so that we don't get the drives to the basket. And then they'll be all fired up. It's going to be their last home weekend. It's senior night, and they've got a lot they're playing for, so we're going to have to match that intensity. Never kind of look at a game that you won handily and think it's going to be easy the next time.
You mentioned, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, the importance of your seniors stepping up, and that you need that, especially with a team that also has a pretty fair mix of young players in it. And I think, you mentioned that Savannah's been consistent, but it seems like Sarah Lester's found, it has taken a pretty nice step these last couple of games. What's making her so effective of late?
If you asked Sarah what was making her effective, she wouldn't be able to tell you. Sarah is kind of her own worst enemy. I think she misses a few shots and kind of gets in her own head sometimes. And I don't know, the last couple games she's just kind of had a look like, oh well, I missed a shot and I'm just going to keep shooting. And that kind of stick-to-itness is really what's pushed her through. And when she's gone a stretch where she hasn't scored a couple buckets, she always comes up with one. And she was pretty incredible the other night. We kept going to her, and she kept making play after play. And she's very capable of that. And hopefully, I think this 3-game stretch has helped her confidence. She's a kid that really wants the ball and wants to shoot the ball, and has been playing better and better. And we'd like her to finish out her career playing her best basketball yet.
And then when you add in the consistency of Savannah and you get someone like Alex scoring in double digits like she did all last season, does that make all the difference in the world for your basketball team?
Absolutely. Savannah's been pretty consistent all year. Alex has had, I just think, partly was maybe health issues a little bit, and I think that we've kind of got her out of that, and I think she's feeling a lot healthier, heading in the right direction, feels better, more confident, and every game she's gotten better. And she's not putting great numbers up, but she's doing it efficiently. Last game she was 4, 7, and 9 points, and a lot more efficient than what she was. And then I think our 3 freshmen, you can't ask for more than what they've been giving us. Maddie Wald and Carrie Clements, and then Shyla Carr. I mean, just the big shot that she took the risk of shooting the other night and being able to hit it and having that kind of confidence. I just really like the direction that we're headed and where our heads are right now.